I want to make my way down, but I need y'all to safely make room so I can go to this side and take more pictures, okay? Okay. Wait. Let's be safe. Let's be calm, okay? Okay. Go.
Let's go. Passage, s'il vous plaît.
Can you just please over to the other store? See the gap?
Passage.
You good, Mo?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. You really don't do this right here? In this place? Open up. Make a hole. Open up. Let me down.
Hey y'all. I'm not going to be on here for a long time, but I am on here for a flowers giving time. Today we are giving flowers to the genre defying, the grace under fire, always building, always breaking the mold force that is Doechii.
It's the money, it's the money, it's the money, yeah.
Let's get something clear. Y'all, Doechii did not pop up out of nowhere. She built a trail and she left it all online. The receipts are very public. Before the accolades, before the cosigns, before Kendrick Lamar said that she was the hardest out, before Megan Thee Stallion said she wanted to work with her on Act 3, before the Grammys, before the headlines, Doechii was a Tampa girl filming herself in real time, just trying to stay alive, trying to stay creative, and staying honest the entire time. She worked at Chipotle. She made videos on how to get hired there. She posted vlogs. She posted covers, how-tos, pep talks to herself and to her future and to her fans, even when she had no idea if anybody would ever care. But she cared. Doechii cared enough to keep showing up. And in one of those raw, unfiltered videos, Doechii said that she got fired from her job. We've all seen this by now. After that occurrence, she doubled down and she said, listen, I'm gonna walk into label building studios and I'm just gonna ask because who cares at this point? I don't have anything to lose. She said, I have no job, I have no place, who gives a fuck?
So I got fired today. I don't give a fuck, to be honest. Either way, I'm gonna be straight. I think tomorrow, I'm just gonna go to a whole bunch of like studios and like ask if they have any internships open, and also just like ask questions. Like, I don't fucking know. We're just gonna go in studios. What else? Motherfucking record label companies. Like, I'm just gonna go in and ask. Who gives a fuck? At this, I have nothing to lose. I literally have nothing to lose. I have no place. I have no job. I have no children. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Who fucking cares? I'm just gonna do it. I'll let you know how that goes.
I'm just going to try. And every time that I watch that clip, every time that I watch this young woman in this clip, I cry. Who's cutting onions? I cry because I can so relate to that young woman in that clip. No one knew, but she knew. She knew that she had something that the world had not seen yet. And she knew it wasn't over, even when it looked like it was over. And that's why we're here, because that kind of spirit, y'all, that is the spirit behind the work that I do. That is the spirit that's in my marrow, that's in this personal brand blueprint that I've been talking to y'all about for, I don't know, months now. Let's talk about what happened next in the early part of Doechii's journey. In 2020, with COVID lockdowns hitting us all, she moved back home and she made a decision. She was going to go all in on her art. There was no plan B, there was no safety net. She used her unemployment checks to create music videos and to fund sessions. There was no label. There was no manager. There was suppression, because I saw some of her videos had, like 700 likes on these videos. She had no manager, no label. It was just this woman and her vision. And then one day, she's walking down the street and she stumbles on a pile of discarded books. And that's when she picked up one that was titled The Artist's Way. The book changed everything for Doechii. It was 12 weeks of reflection, of her getting real with herself, of her going inward even more so. So that is the thing, is that even though this person was very self-aware, she went even deeper to study, to interrogate, to critique, so that she could create outward. That work pushed her to stop creating for approval and to start telling her truth even more unabashedly. And when she finished, she created Yucky Blucky Fruitcake. She used her last check to make that music video. And at first, nothing. And then April came. TikTok picked up. 2 posts turned into 50,000. Suddenly, she was undeniable, even though she was undeniable all along. Here's what makes that different. When people looked at her, when people looked her up, they didn't find an overnight viral moment. What they found was her. They found the full archive, the legacy, the breakdowns, the rebuilds, the receipts. And that authenticity, that refusal to manufacture a persona, that is what brought TDE to her. That is why she signed with the only label that promised her the freedom that she started out with. Because Doechii already had a brand. She didn't need to be built. She needed to be respected. And that is exactly what happened. She dropped Crazy and What It Is, 2 genre-bending, style-shattering statements. She got booked at Coachella. She opened for Doja. She showed up to Tiny Desk and gave the performance that people still reference to this day. And she dropped Alligator Bites Never Heal, a mixtape so timeless, so classic, so fearless that it won Best Rap Album at the Grammys. The 2 other women in that category, Cardi B and the forever great Lauryn Hill.
There is some black girl out there, so many black women out there that are watching me right now, and I want to tell you, you can do it. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Don't allow anybody to project any stereotypes on you that tell you that you can't be here, that you're too dark, or that you're not smart enough, or that you're too dramatic, or you're too loud. You are exactly who you need to be right where you are.
Doechii performed Fired on that stage, a song that she wrote after getting fired from the job that she loved. Can you imagine what that manager is thinking now? And there were no metaphors, there were no cover-ups, it was just her telling the truth. She said it herself in an interview for Today.com that every lyric from that song came from a place of loss. She brought her whole story with her to the Grammys. Let's talk about what it means to be unafraid of controversy. When Doechii's Hot Ones interview went viral, it wasn't for the wings or the heat. She commented on how she sometimes feels unsafe around straight men, all within a short phrase. And some people clutch their dang pearls.
Okay, this is a huge red flag for me. All right. You know what's so crazy? I was gonna say men. Strike one. You're a man. Yeah.
Some people went off, but she never backtracked. Authentic, unabashedly. Even when it is inconvenient, even when it is uncomfortable, even when it is misquoted, even if you ain't ready. Okay, so let's talk about fashion. Doechii is not dressing for red carpet points, and she earns them still. Doechii is dressing in character. She showed up to and shut down Paris Fashion Week completely. Look after look, statement after statement. People compare Doechii to Grace Jones, but I'd argue that Grace walked so Doechii could sprint. Style is a language, and Doechii is fluent. It's not look at me, it's watch me create, which is what she's been doing the entire time. She's not just giving fashion, sister's giving vision. Let's talk about influence. I mentioned that Megan wants to work with her. Kendrick has already co-signed her. SZA has collaborated with her. Hayley Williams, Billie Eilish, the streets, the culture, the fashion houses, they all see her because Doechii did not wait to be seen. She saw herself first and she continued. And I know that that must have been hard for her. I know many tears were shed. There was so many times that she wanted to give up, and I'm so grateful that she did not. That is at the crux of the personal brand blueprint. Listen, if you're watching this and you're thinking that you have to figure it all out before you start, watch that video of Doechii saying that she got fired, but she was going to try again. She did not know, but she knew. She built anyway. She told the truth anyway. She created in the dark by herself until the light caught up. And that's what personal branding really is about. It's not about perfection. It's not about performance. It's just a truth. It's your truth told boldly. That is your blueprint, friends. Y'all, I said I would not be on here for a long time, but I would be on here for a flowers giving time. And I delivered, and it was my pleasure and honor to deliver. Be sure to share this with somebody who needs a little inspiration today, your guys or your girlies. Hit that like button, subscribe for more, and remember, until next time, you are capable of big things.
It's the money, yeah.